gut-wrenching.
Wow. Are there's pictures of it?
People do put pictures on the internet, but a lot of times it goes down quickly.
Oh.
Okay, I mean, you got to kind of search for it. I've kind of downloaded some of them myself. I've talked to people that have been there that never even noticed it, and here are these murals that are, 25 feet high,
wow.
And God only knows how many feet across,
wow.
showing basically the end of the world as we know it. They show people being mass murdered
mm-hmm.
by, these figures and, gas mask and dark,
mm-hmm.
Nazi-type
mm-hmm.
critters,
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And people being mass murdered, and they're leaving just a certain age group alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so then this age group in the next mural is gathering up all the weapons of the world and throwing them away. Or no, the next mural is the group that came and killed off everybody.
Mm-hmm.
They get murdered off.
Mm-hmm.
And then the children gather up all the weapons of the world and get rid of them and, a fire or, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the Quetzalcoatl?
Quetzalcoatl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is set free from its cage.
Oh, wow.
And all this work was done by a Mayan artist. And I got to be honest with you, I can stomach a lot, but there's something on some primal level that is very disturbing
mm-hmm.
about that dinner. I'm reading chat room. Thank you, Christy.
Uh-huh.
She's talking about her all-organic dinner that she's making, about those images.
Uh-huh. They would disturb me as well.
And even though, it's almost hopeful that, a certain group, say the ones in the gas masks,
mm-hmm.
are eliminated,
mm-hmm.
But it's hard to see pictures of the masses being eliminated. And I'm not sure I really resonate with those photos. I would love for you at some point in time to look at them and email me later, and just tell me what you get from that, because it was done by a Mayan artist. Okay?
Yeah.
Whether it was commissioned and he was told what to paint, or whether it was commissioned because this is what he saw, are two different worlds.
Yeah. Wow. And you said this is Denver Airport?
Denver International Airport. And what led me to that, I mean, this is a whole nother rabbit hole.
Uh-huh.
I worked on the pipeline for a little while. And I met some people who said that they actually did the survey work for underneath the airport. And they said, have you heard about what's going on in Denver? And I'm like, well, no. Very, very few people were awake out there where I was working. I was working with a whole bunch of knuckle draggers for the most part. And but those that were awake exchanged information, and these people traveled in places that, human footprints didn't go too often, So they were seeing things, And anyway, just look into the Denver airport. Apparently there is so much more going on below Denver
mm-hmm.
than is going on at Denver.
Wow.
Or in Denver. And then one of the guests I had on this week, Al Culpet, who's former Joint Chiefs of Staff Action Officer, said that the other airport, the other Denver airport, which the name of it's escaped me, the one they closed down,
mm-hmm.
that was perfectly good,
mm-hmm.
Before they went and spent tons of money on this monstrosity, this
uh-huh.
new Denver International Airport, okay?
Wow.
Supposedly is shut down, but he says that this is where they're bringing in all the international troops here in the United States, or a point, not the point, but a point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that there's some real bad activity going on out of that airport.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, just Denver, it's interesting to look at. It's interesting to be aware of, and
sure.
know what's going on.
Oh,
and,
absolutely.
Another question I have about, underground cities and such, the Vatican.
Uh-huh.
Is it true that the Vatican is holding and possibly modifying Mayan artifacts?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Vatican runs the world. The Vatican has more money than God. I mean, it's just, yeah. There's so much underneath the Vatican. There's so much, and the treasures that are underneath the Vatican, this world, by utilizing the gold and the jewels that are underneath the Vatican, this world could be run so effortlessly, so magnificently by sharing that wealth. And it's just sitting there. It's just sitting there, doing nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody gets to look at it.
How would it be utilized?
Well,
I'm gonna play stupid. Can I play the part of stupid for a moment and get you to talk?
Well, how I see the world being run is take away the guns, take away money.
Well, money's fallen to the wayside. That's fixing to be,
Absolutely. And
non-existent.
When you don't have competition, because if you have everything you need, you don't have competition. So if you have everything you need, then there's just, like I said, unadulterated love. That's all there is.
Okay, Mattie, I've got a few people I think are ready to call in, so I'm going to tell the people who want to call in, go ahead and pick up the phones, get on the phone line, get in the queue, and, we'll let callers have a piece of you for just a minute.
Okay.
I want to be greedy, and I just want to talk to you all by myself. I got to be honest with you. I really just want to be greedy. But I do also want to let other people talk to you as well. Okay?
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
And,
Thank you.
And I think I've covered all the major points I wanted to cover. And just y'all go to the Mayan Majix website. It will blow you away. I'm serious. It's a rabbit hole that you won't come out of for a little while.
And have fun while you're there.
Mattie, you and Ian are such beautiful people, and I just got to thank y'all for bringing all this information forward.
Oh, you're welcome. Great joy.
Has it been easy?
Easy?
I know.
No. In the 3D world and the 3D language, no, wasn't easy. Mm-mm.
Were the roadblocks already in place, or were you finding them just, tell me about the struggle.
Well, the struggle was Ian dying. That was the struggle. That we were living in Canada and doing alternative medicines and feeling like, we were going to get through this, and he just kept losing weight, and he couldn't eat, and getting skinnier, and then he wanted to go to Mexico, so we went to Mexico, and we were at a clinic in Mexico for 16 days, and that's where he passed away. And that was the most incredible, magical experience of my life, to have this man that, I just adore, and our hearts opened like it had never opened before while he was going through his transition. And his last words to me were, "Hold me." And I held him. Beginning of a new life.
It's the trouble in a partnership.
Mm.
If you don't go at the same time, one goes first.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And one gets left behind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he's with me now. That's cool.